big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Throwing again, Shuck. This one complete to Bourne. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been a passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And it'll be brought down right around the 40. Aiden Hutchinson, the former first-rounder, in on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Lions' 40-yard line.
Ready up! 2nd down, they need 7. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns. But that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Third down, and here is Shuck. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the first down chain, he just catches that ball and turns upfield. They extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
They'll indeed go, and it is Shuck. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. And he's going to have the Cardinals' first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
A run out of the gun with Benson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. That's Harrison in motion. On 2nd down, it's Shuck. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Now Shuck on 3rd down. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. No issues there. This one is good. And the Cardinals will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and a yard.
DC, 76, help, 76.
On play action, Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he'll be taken down after a gain 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Jalen Thompson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. On 1st and 10, here. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Aiden Hutchinson in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive. Chuck to throw on 2nd down. That's left side. That's the tight end, McBride. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
17 yards.
They pick up 17 through the air. It's an Arizona first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, it's Shuck. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through 1 here on Wild Card Weekend. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment.
At the 22-yard line.
Second and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
Pretty curious decision there, Mike, to go quarterback sneak on 2nd down. It's typically something that we see on 3rd and 4th down. But in this case, the play caller wanted to convert this first down. Don't leave anything to chance, and he's able to get a fresh set of downs.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. To the air is Shuck. This is caught at 2. And the Cardinals going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Connor trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check out.
He'll go play action here with Chuck. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
I think everyone in the stadium is expecting a run there. So what do? On these early downs, you call play action. I love it. You're hoping to catch them off guard and selling out on the run here down near the goal line, but the defense was ready for it. Nowhere to go with the ball. It's a really nice job there by the defense, staying disciplined in their coverage.
Last drive yielded 3. They'd like more. Let's see what happens on 3rd and goal.
Trap 60, trap 60. Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Here is Shuck. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold. He's to midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Lions. What a spectacular take back for the score. You can stay in your own end zone and just take the touchback. Better yet, go the other way and get the touchdown.
And just a great heads-up play there, Mike. Not only to secure the ball in the end zone, but then to recognize he had an alley. He's able to outrun the rest of those guys, and now he finds himself taking it all the way back for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Got it. Ready? 79 Broncos. Come on. Set. Hawk 7, Hawk 7. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Shuck looking to throw on 1st down. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Here is Shuck on 1st and 10. This one intercepted. Picked off by Ennis Rakestraw. And the Lions are going to get the football at their own 40.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on.
And he will go all the way. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with a run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Start out with a run, and it's Benson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Open man there, it is Bourne. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To throw is Shook. A throw left side taken in by Wilson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A nice throw from the second-round pick. It'll get him a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
He's into space, has the 25. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal.
Cardinals, first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
The motion man here is Bourne. To the air once more. Shuck. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now...
To the goal line and in. Hendrick Bourne. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
That's good.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And that is incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head, because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction, because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he will get into the end zone. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions are out to a 21-10 lead.
Cardinals 10.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Okay, break. Go. Grab ball 80.
The motion man here is Bourne. Off the play fake, here's Shuck. He's going to air this one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. Now an opening past the 30. And he brings this back all the way to midfield.
The Lions take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. Open space to the 35. And he's into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First play of the drive, and here's Benson. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Cardinals first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Cardinals.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's Shuck. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 50-yard line.
Throwing on second down, Shuck. That one is complete to McBride. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Shuck going to throw it here on 3rd and 1. Airing one out for Bourne. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. It is a big gain for Arizona. It's a gain of 34.
At the 11-yard line.
To the air again is Shuck. And he'll take it on in. Michael Wilson. Touchdown, Arizona.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
He'll swing that out wide, and he's not going to get in. The decision to go for two doesn't pay off. Unable to cut any further into the deficit. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Khalif Raymond to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
We'll go play action with Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Gibbs.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
It's 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Gain of 18. And the Lions
From the gun, it's Goff. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target.
brings up 2nd.
It's
and
2nd
10.
down.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one. They let him off the hook.
A 2-yard pickup
3rd,
makes
they
it
need 8.
3rd and 8.
Throwing here is Goff. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. Going to be 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Didn't get the hop he was hoping for. It bounds into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. Back to the right side, caught by McBride. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
6 yards.
That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
1st and 10.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
70 Rangers, 60 Eagles, 6 Panther 11, Panther 11.
On play action, it's Shuck. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Ready, set.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, Cougar 19. Buffalo 18. Check up.
From the gun, it's Shuck. This one complete to Bourne. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That's another.
Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10. They go from the 11. Throwing again. Shot. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. And he's in. Michael Wilson. Touchdown, Arizona. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Cardinals have cut the deficit to 5.
23. Jason Sanders.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good.
So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports.
Tell him. 76. 2 by 28.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That's the 3rd-round rookie pick, Isaac Teslam. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Now Goff. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Third and 2. Here we go.
180.
Now, Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Hey, lift! Lift! Tonight!
To throw is Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the...
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. To return is Greg Dortch. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
60 Bison.
They put Wilson in motion. Shuck looking to throw on first down. Moving outside the pocket. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Chuck to throw on second down. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
And the Cardinals.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To the air once more. Shuck. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Over the middle, it's Harrison. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
13 yards on the play. That's good for the Cardinals. First down.
On first down, Shuck. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Back left side, that's the tight end, McBride. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To the air again is Shuck. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Cardinals.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's Shuck. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Ennis Rakestraw. And a nice return will set them up in good field position right at midfield. Handoff, Gibbs running left. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Arizona will take its first time out. Clock will stop, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. They'll drop to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
A gain of 9.
Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. We'll talk things over before third down.
Whoa! Go, Todd! Hey,
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And he'll take this one in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Bates, good with the extra point. And the Lions are going to extend their lead.
Cardinals 23. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out, per the new rule, to the 35-yard line.
Ready, break. Track 60. Ready, track 60, track 60. 19 Cardinal. Fight, go. Go.
Here is Shuck on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
On second down, it's Shuck. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That one incomplete. Good job. Pittsburgh there separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. That's caught by Ford. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
And the Cardinals first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Cardinals.
On 1st and 10, here's Shuck. Pass complete. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And it will be this defense does it again.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. From the gun, it's Shuck. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Shuck. That one is complete to McBride. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
3rd down, and here is Shuck. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
He'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are